Adequate funding is an important aspect required to improve the standard of education across the country. This and more is the view of the management of the Polytechnic Ibadan during the turning of sword of a 72-rooms office complex at the institution on Monday, November 8, 2021. Speaking in an interview with journalists, the chairman of the institution's governing council, Professor Kunle Akinyemi, spoke on the importance of the project.
This is going to be one of the remarkable achievements for us. Taking care of staff and their accommodation, and their office accommodation is also very, very important and symbolic. I can start be managing and squatting with one another, By this provision of this kind of office complex, staff will be free to man their affairs in their offices. One of the saving grace we will have is the governors or the governments of states allocating more money to education first, then tertiary education next. Because if more money is allocated, they will be able to provide the resources they have for learning, and the environment for learning will be conducive for students to learn and develop to their best potential.
Similarly, the rector of the institution, Professor Kazim Adebiyi, who expressed his appreciation to the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, for approving and funding the project, said the project is the first of its kind in the history of the institution.
And it is remarkable in the sense that this is first of its kind. Well, to my knowledge, in the history of this institution, whereby the government has been celebrated like this. This is the first time that we're having a whole building comprising 72 offices that is being built for this institution by the government. I think this government deserves a round of applause. And when the duty started, like a group, when we approached the government, and this was approved for us, one was relieved that we have to start the practice. That's why we are here today. We want to thank the government for this support, because if they don't approve, there's nothing we can do. The government council, as said earlier, it starts project government council, that we don't go back into that. We want to appreciate you.
While also speaking to journalists, Professor Adebiyi stated that the office complex has the standard structure required for accreditation by the National Board for Technical Education, MBTE.
The project is tagged Engineer Seyi Makinde Academic Office Complex. The project has 72 offices, standard office for chief lecturer status of academic staff. The idea of the project was conceived as a means of solving the problem of inadequate offices for our members of staff. And when this was conceived, we approached government, and the government supported us. They approved our concept, and they said we can go ahead. That was approved with adequate funding for the project. The accreditation status of institution also depends on adequacy of offices for members of staff, and this will solve a lot of problems for us, where we have 72 offices, standard one, as required by MBT.
In his remark, the Oyo State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Barrister Ramon Abiodun Rahim, who was represented by a director, Mrs. Ademuyiwa Adeola, congratulated the institution on the project.
I believe this is the beginning of greater things to come at the Polytechnic Ibadan. We want to appreciate His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde. This is happening during his own time. I believe the good Lord that has started this good work at the Polytechnic Ibadan is going to bring it to completion. And I want to say that all of us here present will be alive to witness it when it is completed by His grace. Once again, I want to wish us all well, and I believe greater things of this type will not cease.
Highlights of the event, however, includes the turning of sword and a special performance by the Polytechnic's music department. The event was, however, attended by dignitaries, amongst whom include the wife of the Alaafin of Oyo, Ayaba Moji Adeyemi, the head of Platinum Consultants, Honorable Paul Adins, deans of faculties, heads of departments, as well as staffs and students of the institution. Daniel Ayantoye, reporting for National Telescope News.